Biafra National League attacked by the Joint of Security Force included the DSS in Bakassi Peninsula. Great and wonderful people of Biafra, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. I welcome you to this program. While you are joining, invite other people to join. If you are watching from YouTube, make sure you click the like button for the algorithm to continue to do the work of sharing. And don't forget to subscribe to that YouTube channel at Judge Money Blog Africa. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook at Judge Money Blog and at Judge Money Official, where we are going to be bringing to you exclusive videos and information therewith. And I welcome you to this program wherever you are. I welcome you by the name of Elohim Chukwokikabia Mapurimi Henine. Of course, you can see what we brought to you. We are here to make it quick to analyze these activities of the infiltrators. If you look at the video in front of you, this video is the Biafra National League, where they were doing their own exercise even before they met the autopilot infiltrators chief. Of course, you know that the autopilot infiltrator chief, he's tried with the ESN. He killed some of our members, some of our boys in school. Now, many people have realized and exposed him for what he is. He decided to try elsewhere. And that is as a result of trying elsewhere. He went to tell you that they have managed to bring all the agitating group together in this quest of restoration for freedom for the first time in the history. Now, after saying that, before we proceed, let me actually bring to you where he did that announcement, and I will also now tell you the outcome of that announcement, which he did, that now endangered the life of people. Now, listen and listen attentively as I will present it to you.
Stop the advancement of the aggression of our killers, the terrorists that is being funded by the Nigeria state. The time has come to stop the advancement. When we have been able to bring almost all the agitating group together, I want to inform Biafra people today that we have been able to bring almost all the agitating group together for the security of our land.
Okay, I hope you heard it. I don't want to take long on that video. He said he wants to inform you guys that he has been able to bring almost all the agitating group together. If you go further, you will hear him talk about BLNL or Biafra National League. If you go further, you will hear him talk about it. And you've been also, of course, hearing, the autopilot media people talking about support for Biafra National League. Now, the Biafra National League are not aware that it is a disaster coming to them. They are not aware that they are going to be infiltrated. Of course, that is exactly what you see that is happening. They are not aware that they are going to be infiltrated in this manner. Now, after that announcement, we are going to now tell you what happened. But before then, let us hear further from what he has to say with regards to bringing all of them together. And then we will hear and we will separate the ones that, and we will explain to you what he means by bringing all the pro-agitating group together.
We have been able to bring almost all the agitating group under the autopilot, under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Almost.
This is a great news. It has never happened in the history of Biafra struggle. Today, I can categorically inform Biafra people that almost all the group is now under the umbrella of the autopiloted IPOB for the
Almost all the agitating group is now under the umbrella of autopilot, for the restoration of Biafra. First one, he said autopilot under the leadership of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Second one, because he knows that it is not necessarily what you want to say. He now said here, autopilot for the restoration of people of Biafra. Now, I want you to understand that when he talk about almost, remember the exposition I did in that regard few days ago, when he said that he brought this, when he made this, video, I told you that the only people that he is talking about is Biafra National League, because what he always do, he look for those who are already up and running in order to use them and destroy them. That's exactly what he normally do. I don't know if you are following up. I don't understand. He is now done with the ESN. Even though he is still telling you to bring money to raise fund for them, he is now done with those and kill few. Ever since this guy started interfering with ESN, first week of him and Nelly, 9 of our people in Biafra land was killed, which Nelly announced on her platform, on their platform. She said that 9 men were killed. Which are those men? Our people. Our people. And those were the people they gave uniform to act like ESN. Those are the people who died. After that, many of them died. Many of them died because we followed the exposition, continue exposing them. Whenever they come to tell you that these people died, how many of this person died? We follow the exposition. We continue to expose it, which now made them not to continue telling you how many casualties they have in a day. That is exactly what happened. Now we continue to bombard them to leave the name of ESN alone because they are bringing a bad name. That is when this guy went ahead to look for another group to destroy. To look for another group that might be growing up to be a threat to Nigeria system. He looked for them. He told you, which is Biafra National Guard or National League. They say that all of them, they have been brought together. Who are all of them? All of them he talks about. All of them means plural. I hope you are paying attention. Almost all of them means plural, not one person, not one group, not single group. It says plural, all of them. He has managed to bring all of them under one umbrella of autopilot IPOB. That's what he said here. And now let's continue to listen. Under one umbrella of autopilot IPOB, listen for the balance of that word.
Restoration of Biafra. Because the chaff has been separated from the wheat.
The people he is calling now the chaff are the ESN that he could not get into their database. He just walk around them, kill the people he need to kill amongst them. Now he could not, get into their full database. That is the reason why he is telling you now the chaff has been separated from the wheat. Listen up, and listen attentively. Reading between the lines.
So we must stop the advancement and the aggression. Our common purpose now for the all securities in Biafra land is to stop the advancement of our killers. We have been able to bring almost all these groups together today for the very first time.
Almost means plural. It is not single. Now I can categorically tell you that the plural he is talking about, it is only Biafra National League, which they have manipulated, which they have infiltrated as we speak now. They have infiltrated these people, and I am going to give you the news that is happening after they have manipulated these people and know where they are. Listen.
The entire Eastern Security Network is now under one umbrella,
Entire Eastern Security
which is a
Network.
sign that Biafra has come. Our right to existence is under serious attack and threat from the Usman Danfodio and the Fulani Jihadist movement.
He said, having seen that they have managed to bring all these pro-agitating groups together, that means Biafra has come. And I believe, I hope you know, I don't have time to continue further where he will mention the support to Biafra National League, because very soon he will stop calling ESN. He will start talking fully about Biafra National League, or he will give them another name, because when he infiltrates them, he will give them an AUTOPILOT Biafra National League when he divide them inside there where they are, because he is very good in dividing, groups. So now, before we go there, I want you to know. I want you to know that after he said this, barely a week where he made this when he made this announcement, barely a week, were the people that he said, you know, these were the people that he said that he has managed to bring them together. He said he has managed to, bring them together, which is all of them. This is one group, but he made them to, he made it seem as if he brought 20 people, 20 groups, or 10, or more than 3. Plural is what he used. That he managed to bring them together, which means Biafra has come. Only the reason why he made this move is to fool you in order to attract $10,000 per person, up until 50 persons. $10,000. That was the reason why he made that move. But the more he make his move, the more you will understand whom he is and what he's up for. And that is the reason why I keep telling you, before you invest into this guy, because you are just giving him money, try to find out where he come from. Try to find out where he come from. I'm not telling you not to give. Try to find out where he come from, because this guy is here. He is a Satan. He is here to steal, to kill, and to destroy. That is Satan for you, and that is what he is here for. Seeing this group, they've been doing their things ever since they surfaced in the social media space. They were not bombarded, they were not being looked for, they were not chased after. But today, we are hearing a different news. We are hearing a different news from what that they are being bombarded and attacked, that their leader escaped. That is the news that we just heard. And for the first time, I did not even know they were in Bakassi. Now we heard that they are in Bakassi. Their whereabouts was brought to the media, that this DSS joint force went to attack them or to kill them. And unfortunately, I believe the leader escaped. I'm actually trying to see if I can see the news on a public domain. The news on a public domain, so that I will show you the news. I will show you the news because as it is standing now, okay, I will not be able to extract that news from where it is, but you should make your own inquiries. These people were now attacked barely a week after the alliance or so-called alliance of bringing all the pro group together. According to him, it was only these people. Like I told you, all he want to do is that when he is done with the ESN, he saw that there is no more road there. He is looking for the ones he want to control and kill. That is exactly what is going on. And that is the news I have for you for this morning with regards to these people. They were bombarded, they were attacked. They were attacked. They were attacked. I will not be able to bring you where that news is because those are the autopilot. And this autopilot, I don't want to bring them in here. I will not bring them in here because these are, those are bloggers. They don't want their things to be shared. Now, let me, be making it quick, brief. These people, they are, for the first time, I heard that their base is in Bakassi. According to them, how they are narrating the story. Now, the DSS went and invaded them. Now, that will bring to the end of this exposition. That brings us to the end of this exposition because I don't want to elaborate on it for a very long time because I have some other things to talk about here. I have a lot of things in the back to talk about, and I want to round it up within the space of an hour or less. So now, as you have seen how it is, whichever place these guys go, autopilot go, they bring disaster. ESN was up and running. They were not reporting casualties. They were not giving space or room for terrorists to go back to our land. They were not giving a room for Fulani terrorists to go back into our bushes. Ever since Simon Ekpa started, him being in charge, him and Nelly being in charge of ESN and Umueri account. Ever since this mysterious Umueri account story started, you start hearing Fulani is now back into our bushes. Is that harding up to you? Fulani has now gone into our bushes back because you leave your channel where you're supposed to put your own fund in order to support the security and the votees, the boys in school that are securing our places, our land, and our bushes. You went and give it to the Satan who came to kill, to steal, and to destroy. You pay your allegiance to the Satan. You pay your monthly dues to Satan. You pay your monthly dues to Infiltrators, which is the Satan. And he's done with that area. He is looking for another branch where he will hold hand, knowing that the reason why he was not able to penetrate into the ESN men database was because the money they have, they lavish it, believing that they have more in the bag. Now the money is finished. They are now looking for cheap labor. They are now looking for cheap labor. While they are looking for cheap labor, they keep destroying every group that they have. They invade. They have, if you introduce them to you or introduce yourselves to them, make it, expose yourselves to them, you are gone. Because now the funding is no longer there. He now promised these people that he will now come hard. He will do this. He will do that for them. They now show him every trans and corners of them, and now DSS invaded them. At the end of it all, he started calling for $10,000 from each person until 50 persons. Are you surprised? No, you shouldn't be, That is a format. A Yahoo boy. That is a format. He set his own format where he will be using to steal from you. That is a format. If you are not aware that it is a format, it means that you are daft. You don't have brains. You cannot reason. But of course, I know that formidable ones who has brain, who can reason, they are able to read in between the line and see the handwriting written on the wall. And that is the reason why I decided to bring back this to you, for you to understand. Now, let us move forward. That takes us back to the activities of these Fulani military and the terrorists in our land. Fulani terrorists in our land, that takes us back. I want to bring to you the voice of our leader and the reason why. For the first time, I am going to tell you the actual reason why that voice came to us. And I will tell you the reaction of this enemy, the reaction of the cabals in Nigeria immediately when this voice came. Now, listen and listen attentively. Not actually the reaction, the plan before this voice. The plan before this voice. Because this voice of our leader destroyed many things for them. But pay attention first.
Disappointed. No, not at all. What should I do? It's what we expect to have. But I want our people to be very calm. I want Biafra land to be calm.
He wants our people to be very calm. He wants Biafra land to be calm because he already saw that the Fulani is planning. He already saw that the Fulani is planning this. They are planning to bring their python to come and dance in your dead body. They are planning to come and do their exercise, killing our people in Anambra State, Ebonyi. And this, what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said here. What Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said here. Of course, I know that so many of you are not able to connect the dots. He said it because he knows that they have planned, even when he is incarcerated. And he knows that he cannot do exposition. He has to put it in a simple words that the wise will understand. And now, as it is unfolding, we the wise, we are now following the move. We are now following and connecting the dots. And it brings us to this cycle, or to this circle rather, that these people, what they did is what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu foresaw. And he came and tell us he want Biafra land to be very calm.
Calm and very, very peaceful.
Okay.
We are fighting to defend our people, not to kill them.
Yes. Not to kill them. We are fighting to defend our people, not to kill them. The reason why he made this message, because this is a 3 seconds, it is like, let me call it 5 seconds message he gave to us. 5 seconds message he gave to us to show you need to prove your innocency. That is the name of this message. You need to prove your innocency. That is the reason why he come to tell you, you should be calm. You want Biafra land to be calm, so that when they will come in, they will not have a reason to say that this is the reason why they are killing our people. They will not have a reason to say this is the reason why we are killing our people. That was the message. That was the message. Because the autopilot, when they come and start making noise, running their mouth in the media, it is only to attract these military arsenals. It is only to attract these military arsenals into our land, because they are being placed there to constructively bring our doom, constructively destroy the struggle, constructively make you lose hope and focus to the struggle. That is what they are placed there to do. And now their sponsors are no longer believing in them because they cannot deliver. They have to cater for themselves. And that is the reason why they are looking for $10,000 last mission. They want to do the last, honor What they want to do now is called on. When you finish giving the money, or you do also gawa. That is on because now it is a failed mission that they have embarked upon. He has no choice than to enrich himself, knowing that you are aware. Of course, if you are so stupid, you will be finding out soon that he is not there for you. Rather, he is there for his pocket. Now the military arsenal came immediately when after Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The reason why they made it so quickly after the voice of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, so that the voice will know, for them to know, for you, the world to believe that no, this insecurity is dead. That's why we already map out these people to go to do this exercise. That is the plan. But they do not know that we are always mounting our satellite everywhere. We are looking at them. We are following them. We are following their criminality. That is what we are doing. That's why. And they want to push a new narrative. They want to redirect the narrative, which make that woman, Otonelli, to come and say if she has a gun, she will shoot Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, because that's not what she taught her, because she never followed Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and understand the principle and understand how Mazen Nnamdi Kanu send his message. His message is for you to make sure that you don't involve yourself in all these things that will bring these people into our land, because they have already mapped out that they are coming to kill you, and they have no other means of justifying their action other than those ranting in the media. No election, this and that. Election, you know that it is already a failed, project. Why are you helping them? Why are you trying to involve yourself, knowing that it is a failed project? Now, another reason why you will understand the election is a failed project. Let me bring it to you before we come back to this. What is this? This is your PVC. This is your PVC. The PVC that you're supposed to have. Probably it could be that these were PVC previously captured. And those of you now who are waking up to go and pick them up, you will find them no more, because they are now blocking you one way or the other from accessing a new, a new application. They are blocking you from accessing a new application, therefore, because they know that they have rigged the election. This is more than 20 million pieces of PVC. More than 20 million cards of PVC here. I'm actually underestimating it. But just not to lie. Just not to lie. This is more than 20 million people. Their vote is being rigged. Now, another thing I should tell you, this could be your new PVC, the one you might be waiting to collect. It is being disposed because they don't want you to come out there and vote. They don't want you to acquire PVC. PVC gives you competence to vote, right? They don't want you to acquire that competence in order to vote. That will enable you to vote or possess the right to vote. That is the reason why they have packed all this PVC and throw them away, knowing that those who has been coming to collect their PVC from the initial application, they could not get to their PVC, and they will not waste their time again in order to go and look for another one. And another thing you should be watching here, it could be those PVCs they used to manipulate Buhari's election, or Goodluck's election in 2015. They have to dispose it because now they can no longer bring the same report into the system. They have to make a new names. There are many things that you need to navigate around these things. PVC does not expire, for goodness sake. It does not expire, so there is no reason why they have to dispose a PVC like this. This is more than 20 million. There is no reason why they have to dispose a PVC like this. I have made a exposition on this separately, and I am going to bring it in. But for now, this is very, very important things that I want you to make sure you look at. And now, this takes me back, even though I have made a exposition on that. I am just here to share or throw more light into it. I am just here to throw more light into the expositions I made yesterday. Now, this brings me here about what they are doing, what they did to Odumeje. Do you know what this means? This simply means that Nigeria does not have a human right. Nobody has a right to protest. Nobody have a right to cry. Nobody has a right to, to show their agony. You are being beaten up every day, but you are not allowed to cry. This guy called Odumeje, his building is being demolished. His business building is being demolished. Some of you may call it church. It is his business building because that's where he generates his income, where he used to drive car, to pay his bill, to do everything. It is his business. Now he is now trying to express his grievances. They are beating him up. They are beating him up, stripping him of his right to cry, stripping him of his right to lamentation. Now, the actual reason why he is crying and he is actually asking question: why are you demolishing my business property? Why are you demolishing my church? You cannot go and demolish a mosque just like that. You are calling for a war. But of course, our Eastern leaders can do it to our people, to the Christians, because Christians, they don't complain. They don't have the bomb marrow. This is the building. They are demolishing it, and which gives him right to cry, which gives him right to lamentation. But they are not granting him that right to lament, to cry. Rather, they are decorating his face with punch and slaps. An adult in public, a public assault. This is called a public assault. Assault GBH. That is what it's called. Decorating his face under duress with firearm. Under duress because they are carrying a firearm, beating him up, not allowing him to express his grievances, not allowing him to cry. This is his hard-earned money. They are destroying it. His hard-earned money, they are destroying it. And now, why am I so concerned? Because according to the government of Anambra State, they said this building is on the waterway or erosion way, where they need to put a bridge, or they need to put a erosion route, which is a gutter. Look at it, that the building is blocking it. Now, if the building is blocking it, where was map of Anambra State? And where were those law enforcers who make sure that people does not buy land in a wrong place? Who's supposed to be making sure that people does not build in a wrong place? People does not waste their resources in a building in a wrong place. Where are those people? They are not in existence. They are not up and running. And when people now go there blindly without knowing, buy a plot of land with a huge amount of millions, spend millions to build their business or their houses, the government of the day will wake up and say, we want to demolish it, without even bringing to the table a good compensation to these people affected. That is the reason why I am calling on Governor Soludo. You say you are a professor. This is where you need to show your professor. And probably none of the things in that church were taken out, including the air condition. You see there, they are demolishing everything because it's probably that they did not give him adequate time to relocate or enough thing to start up his life afresh. This is when tomorrow this person, go into armed robbery or kidnapping. They will be called criminals. They will be called those who are supposed to be killed. But now you have destroyed his life. What exactly do you plan for him to do? Where does he go from here? Nigeria. This is the level of it. Injustice, evil, wickedness. Once you obtain the leadership position, you do what you can. Because if there is any law enforcement, they will not allow him to build here. If there is any system being put in place or contingency plan to stop people from building in a wrong place, in a place that is marked for government project, you won't see them building there. Not you keep quiet. The government will keep quiet, reluctant, not doing anything, not bringing out fund to, tax to give the law enforcers or to put law enforcers up and running, rather to put them to start killing people. But rather, they will not do it. Once you finish waste your money, they will go and demolish it. That is what they do. If you talk, if you cry, they beat you up on top of it. And that's how it is, which is what you have seen here. If you cry, they beat you up on top of it, which is exactly what you have seen here. The owner of the building, you see the way they are manhandling him. You see the way they are beating him. Common criminal given a uniform. Common criminal beating somebody because he's carrying a gun, because he's wearing a security uniform. He does not have respect. He does not, respect human rights. He violates human rights because he can. Common criminal. I am going to leave it here. Soludo, we are following your leadership because you showed to us that you apply for the job and we, the Anambrelians, gave you the job. Now you want to bring your brutality on the people who gave you the job, on your bosses, according to you, because you people will always use a sweet mouth to come in. And now you deprive people of your human rights. For the first time, I've been praising your activities. I've been acknowledging your activities, from using innocent car, from trying to put Anambra first, from using local made things. I applaud you for that. But this time around, no, you took a wrong move. If you don't correct it immediately, it will ruin a lot for you. I can assure you, it will ruin a lot for you. The love that people have for you, it will diminish. It will diminish rather. Just like people are already saying you brought military to kill people in Anambra State, which we know that the federal government did. They did what they want because they don't respect the positions of the governors in the southeast. That's what they do. They do what they want. But upon this, I am going to leave this here until we meet again. Stay safe, stay blessed. Shalom. Okay, and don't forget this. Don't forget this.
So until we get victory.
And this. The only reason, just like I said before, let me reiterate it. It is because they knew before this information will sink in, they want to move fast to make sure they kill people. They kill people because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu already knew they are coming. That's why he called for calmness. That's why he called for, to protect our people by not making utterances that will jeopardize, that put their life in danger, because he knows that their life is already in danger because of the utterances of the chief autopilot. But now he knows that he need to make this broadcast so that the world will know that there is no reason for these criminals in military uniform to come into our land. There is no reason. That's the reason why he made that broadcast. If you like, quote it out of context, quote it whichever way you want it, because you have a complex interest with regards to the activities of IPOB and restoration of Biafra. Perhaps you are a criminal, infiltrator. That's why you will put it into another dimension, change the narrative of what he did. God protect our leader, wherever he is. God protect him, that he may join us soon. And we call for his immediate release. Those that are being freed, terrorists in Kuje prison, they are freeing Kuje prison terrorists. It is the plans of the federal government in Aso Rock. It is their plan. That's why they orchestrated that they were being attacked while on the way to Daura. They said the day of Salah, so that it will confuse the narrative of what they have planned in advance. But let's leave it here until we meet again. Stay safe, stay